Let us continue. Nucleoside. Nucleoside contains sugars and bases. Sugars are what in the sense beta D ribose and beta 2 deoxy D ribose. Next, bases will be there. So it is containing sugar and base. So what about bases? That we'll see. In bases, two types are possible. Pyrimidine bases. One is pyrimidine bases. One is pyrimidine bases. Another one is purine bases. Another one called what means purine bases. Pyrimidine bases. What are the pyrimidine bases? That we'll see. Pyrimidine bases. One is cytosine. That is NH2. Here N. Here C double bond O group. Here NH. Here double bond. Sir, okay. This is called what in the sense cytosine. This is called cytosine C. Next we will see thymine. Here we can write NH. Here CH3. Okay, like this is there. This is called what means thymine. Thymine symbol is T. Next one is uracil. Ketone. Here NH group. NH group. Here CO group. Here NH group. Here double bond. This is what in the sense uracil. This is uracil U. Okay. Next, purine bases. These are pyrimidine bases. Next, we will see purine bases. In purine bases, here NH2, here N, here double bond N, here double bond, this is N, here NH, here NH, here like this. This is called what in the sense adenine. This purine base name is called what in the sense adenine. First letter symbol is A. Next, guanine, keto group. Here NH group. Here NH2. Here NH2. Here N. Here double bond. Here N. Here NH. Here double bond. Okay. This is called what in the sense guanine. This is called guanine. This symbol is G. This is what in the sense guanine. This symbol is G. Okay. These two are purine bases. Adenine and guanine are purine bases. Cytosine, thymine, uracil are pyrimidine bases. Okay. So now we will go for nucleoside. Nucleoside means that contains sugar and base. So that we'll see. Now we will go for nucleoside. So nucleoside in the sense what should be there? Sugar should be there and base should be there. Okay. We will take sugar. Sugar what we will take in the sense beta D ribose will take. Beta D ribose sugar will take in a cyclic form. Beta D ribose. The numbering of carbons will give. It is a first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. In fourth carbon, OH is up. In second carbon, H is up. In third carbon, H is up. In fourth carbon, CH2H up. CH2H up. It is called what in the sense beta D ribose. Sir. Next we will take adenine base will take. In the purine bases, adenine base is there. That adenine base will take. Now we are taking a adenine base. In the adenine base, this is NH group. Here NH2, here N, double bond, here we will give N, here double bond. This is what in the sense adenine base. This is what in the sense adenine base we can say. Here we will give 1 pi 1. This is adenine base. Now this adenine base, this NH group H, this beta D ribose, this C1 carbon OH leaving as water molecule. These two are leaving as water molecule, so we will get, so here water molecule is leaving, so we are getting a here at this first carbon H, it is second carbon HOH will write, third carbon HOH we are writing, fourth carbon CH2OH H. This is sugar part, beta D ribose sugar part. Then adenine, this adenine base, that part we will see here N, here N, here we can say NH2, here N, here N we have written. Then bonds we will give, bonds we have given. This N we will connect to this carbon connector. This is called adenoside. It is called adenoside. Adenoside in the sense adenine base and beta D ribose. Okay, this is an example for nucleoside. It is an example for what in the sense a nucleoside cell. So nucleoside in the sense like this. Okay. Next we will take a nucleotide. We will take. Now we will go for nucleotide. This nucleotide in the sense what and all will be there means phosphate will be there, sugar will be there, then base will be there. These three will be there for nucleotide. So nucleotide means these three will be there. Sir. Now we will see regarding this. Now we will take a phosphate. We will take phosphate PO4 3 minus, that we will take. So PO4 3 minus. So O minus, O minus, O minus, double bond. This is what in the sense PO4 3 minus. Phosphate part we have taken. Then we will take a beta D ribose. We will take. We are taking phosphate part. We have taken phosphate part. Okay. Sorry. Then a beta D ribose will take. Beta D ribose we are taking. Second carbon HOH we are written. Third carbon HOH we are written. This is what in the sense phosphate part. It is phosphate part. It is a beta D ribose part. Beta D ribose part. Then adenine we will take. Adenine base. Adenine base is a purine base. That purine base we are taking. So adenine. We are taking what in the sense adenine we are taking. Five ones we are giving. This is what in the sense adenine. Now we will round off water molecules. In the adenine base NH group H and beta D ribose C1 carbon OH is removing as water. Then C5 carbon of beta D ribose OH group and a phosphate hydrogen is leaving as water molecule. They are leaving as water molecule. So what we are getting, that we will see. This phosphate part will take. This is phosphate part. Here CH to 5th carbon of beta D ribose. It is first carbon, second carbon of beta D ribose, third carbon of beta D ribose. This is what in the sense a base part, that adenine base part. Adenine base part we have written. This is called what in the sense nucleotide example, adenotide. It is what in the sense adenotide. It is an example for what in the sense nucleotide. It is adenotide. This contains purine base adenine, beta D ribose sugar, phosphate group. Okay, it is the example for what in the sense nucleotide. Sir, so nucleotide we have given. So this nucleotide is formed by what in the sense, in the base C1 carbon, in the base C1 in the sugar C1 carbon, in the sugar C5 carbon is involved in water removal, water elimination. Okay, OH group. In the sugar C1 carbon OH group, base NH group H, water is removed. In the sugar C5 carbon OH group, phosphate this H, removed as water. Then we are getting like this. It is adenotide. It is an example for nucleotide. Then we will go for a polynucleotide. Now we are going for polynucleotide. Polynucleotide. Polynucleotide in the sense many nucleotides will be there here. Sir. Now first we will take a one nucleotide will take here. Here it is CH2 carbon. This is H. This oxygen. This H. It is connected to base. Here HOH. Here HOH. This is what means third carbon. It is third carbon. Okay. It is one nucleotide. It is one nucleotide. Here what will be there means phosphate will be there. Phosphate will be there. Now we will take another nucleotide. We are taking another nucleotide. We are taking another nucleotide. It is another nucleotide. Here C3 carbon is having HOH. C2 carbon is having HOH. It is another nucleotide. It is C3 carbon. Okay. Next, another nucleotide will take in that phosphate group connected to sugar. Connected to sugar. Connected to sugar, we are saying. Here C1 carbon H and base. It is HOH second carbon. It is third carbon HOH. Third carbon HOH. These are nucleotides we have written. Now we will round off what in the sense water molecules. Okay. So in this nucleotide sugar C3 carbon OH group and another nucleotide phosphate hydrogen is removing as water. So in this nucleotide sugar C3 carbon OH group and another nucleotide phosphate hydrogen, okay, is removing as water molecule. In this nucleotide, this sugar C3 carbon OH group is leaving as water molecule with another nucleotide phosphate hydrogen. So in this nucleotide, this phosphate is there this hydrogen, is leaving as what in the sense water molecule, is leaving as water molecule, is leaving as water molecule. Okay, so it continues like this. In this side continuation, this side continuation, like this continuously takes place. Therefore it is called what in the sense polynucleotide. So it is, we can say this is polynucleotide, we can say. Okay, so in the polynucleotide, how it will be there? Here phosphate linkage, here CH2, fifth carbon CH2 of sugar, we are writing sugar here, here H, here base, it is second carbon HOH, third carbon, this is third carbon is linking with the phosphate of another nucleotide, phosphate of another nucleotide. Okay, like this will be there. Here H, here base, here H, OH. This is a linking with the phosphate, linking with the phosphate like this. Here base, H, HOH, here H, here O. This is a linking with what in the sense phosphate continuation, here also phosphate continuation. Now see here, this is nucleotide. In this nucleotide, sugar C3 carbon is linking with phosphate oxygen of neighboring nucleotide. In this nucleotide, this sugar C3 carbon is linking with phosphate oxygen of neighboring nucleotide. In this nucleotide, C3 carbon is linking with the phosphate oxygen of neighboring nucleotide and continues like this. Have you got idea? Therefore here what linkage in the sense here C3 carbon is linking, here what carbon is linking means C5 carbon is linking, C5 carbon phosphate. So that C3 carbon linking with the phosphate here, C5 carbon phosphate is linking with the C3 carbon. Okay, this is called what in the sense polynucleotide, we can say. This polynucleotide is called what in the sense a nucleic acid. This is called what in the sense a nucleic acid. Okay, these polynucleotides present in what in the sense nucleic acid. Okay, so nucleic acid is nothing but polynucleotide. Okay, so in the nucleic acid, two types are there. In the nucleic acid, we can say two types. One type is called DNA. This DNA is called deoxyribonucleic acid. Deoxyribonucleic acid. Another one is called RNA. This RNA is called ribonucleic acid. This is called ribonucleic acid. So nucleic acid two types. One is DNA. Another one is RNA. DNA is called deoxyribonucleic acid. RNA is called ribonucleic acid. Sir, here see that deoxyribo. That means here what is the sugar present in the sense beta 2 deoxy deribose. That sugar is present. Here see ribo. It is RNA is ribo. Therefore here what sugar is present means beta D ribose is present. What is the difference between these two these two sugars? In this sugar at second carbon, instead of OH group, H will be there. That's all. Sir, next this DNA is called double-stranded helix. This DNA is called double-stranded helix. DNA is called double-stranded helix. What is a double-stranded helix means? In this DNA, one nucleic acid present, one polynucleotide present like this. It is one polynucleotide. Next, another polynucleotide we'll see. Next, it is a one polynucleotide we have given. Now we will give another polynucleotide. Now we are giving another polynucleotide. We are giving another polynucleotide. Therefore, two polynucleotides are given. In one polynucleotide, it is 5 dash carbon, in the sense here what carbon will be there means 3 dash carbon will be there. Here 3 dash carbon means here 5 dash. In this polynucleotide, it is 5 dash carbon means in this polynucleotide 3 dash carbon will be there. Sir, in this polynucleotide 3 dash carbon means in this polynucleotide 5 dash carbon. Sir, what is that meaning? That we'll see. So in this polynucleotide, it is 5 dash means this is 3 dash. Okay. Now see, it is 5 dash means here 3 dash. So it is one polynucleotide. So here down is 3 dash means up is 5 dash. See, down is 3 dash means up is what means 5 dash. It is one polynucleotide. While another polynucleotide, how it will be there means here 5 dash will be there, while here 3 dash will be there. So these two are in a helix form. This is called what in the sense a double stranded helix. Here what in the sense a single stranded helix. Single stranded helix. Single stranded helix. Only one polynucleotide chain. Okay. Here in this one uracil is not present. Uracil is not present. Remaining bases present. Here thymine is not present. Remaining bases are present. Okay. So in the bases, in the sense we can say purine bases and pyrimidine bases. Pyrimidine bases like this. Pyrimidine means cytosine, thymine, uracil. Purine bases means adenine, guanine. Now this uracil is not present in DNA. Remaining cytosine, thymine, adenine, guanine present in DNA. RNA means thymine. This thymine is not present in RNA. Remaining cytosine, uracil, adenine, guanine present in RNA. So how DNA and RNA present, that we have seen. Okay, in DNA uracil is not present. In RNA thymine is not present. Next we will see here double stranded helix it is. Between this polypeptide chain and this polypeptide chain, what bond is possible? In the sense hydrogen bond is possible. Hydrogen bonding is possible. Between what? In the sense between bases. In this one base, in this one base, between these two bases, what is there means hydrogen bonding is possible, we can say. Hydrogen bonding is possible. Sir, how that hydrogen bonding is possible in this DNA, that we will see. So now we are taking DNA. In this DNA, first we will take one helix. We will take one helix. We are taking. Okay. So one helix part we are taking. It is going like this. It is going like this. It is going like this. It is one helix part. In this helix part, how it is there, that we will see. Here phosphate, then sugar, then base. Phosphate, sugar, that means this base is connected to what? Sugar only, no? Sir. This base is connected to sugar, we have to write. Okay. Here one mistake is there. Base will not come in this one. Base will be sideways only. Okay. Here base, like this will be there. Then base will be here. Then phosphate, sugar. Base will be here. Then phosphate, sugar, base. Phosphate, sugar, base. Phosphate, sugar, base. Base will be there like this. Here phosphate, here sugar, phosphate, sugar, like this. Sugar will have base. Okay. Sir, in this base, one in this base from this strand will make hydrogen bond with another base of another strand, neighboring strand. Okay, sir. So how that hydrogen bonding will be there in the sense purine base, then pyrimidine base, hydrogen bonding will be there. Between purine base and pyrimidine base, hydrogen bonding is possible. Sir, purine base means adenine is always making hydrogen bonding with thymine. Adenine is making hydrogen bonding with thymine. Next, purine, guanine is making hydrogen bonding with cytosine. Is making hydrogen bonding with cytosine. Sir. So how this hydrogen bonding will be there, that we will see. Now we will take a adenine thymine hydrogen bond, that we will take. Now first I will take one group here, a methyl group, here pi bond, here NH group is there, here CO group, here N, here NH group, it is keto group. This is what in the sense thymine. It is what in the sense thymine. Next we will take adenine. We will take in the adenine, this is NH2 group, this is N, this N, here N, then here what in the sense N, here what in the sense NH, like this is sir. It is called adenine. It is called adenine. It is called thymine. This is thymine, which is coming under pyrimidine base. It is adenine, which is coming under purine base. Now we will give hydrogen bonding. Now we are going to give hydrogen bonding. This CO group O and this NH2 group H going for hydrogen bonding. Next, this NH group H, this N, between them hydrogen bonding is possible. So between adenine and thymine, 2 hydrogen bonds possible. So between adenine and thymine, 2 hydrogen bonds possible. Okay, sir. Next we will see guanine cytosine. Guanine cytosine hydrogen bonding we will see. Now we will take cytosine. We will take here a NH group, here CO group, here N, here a NH2 group, here NH2 group, here pi bond. This is called what means cytosine. This is cytosine pyrimidine base. Next we will take guanine. We will take guanine purine base. We will take. It is keto group. This is what in the sense NH group. This is what in the sense NH2 group. Here what in the sense a double bond. Here N, here NH, here double bond. Okay, this is what in the sense guanine. This we can say guanine, this we can say cytosine. Now we will give hydrogen bonding. Okay, in this NH2 group H and this CO group O, between them hydrogen bonding is possible. Then in this, between this N and this NH, this guanine NHH, this cytosine this N, between them hydrogen bond. Then guanine NH2 group H and cytosine CO group O, between them hydrogen bond. So how many hydrogen bonds possible in the sense 3 hydrogen bonds possible. So between guanine and cytosine, 3 hydrogen bonds possible, we can say. So between guanine and cytosine, how many hydrogen bonds in the sense 3 hydrogen bonds. Between this adenine and thymine, between adenine and thymine, how many hydrogen bonds in the sense 2 hydrogen bonds possible. 2 hydrogen bonds possible, sir. Now we will see how a DNA double stranded helix will be there, that we will see. Double stranded helix we will take, sir. So one helix, One helix. Now we will give another helix. Another helix we have given. Double stranded helix we have given. Now, in this double stranded helix, now this is suppose phosphate means it is sugar. Then phosphate, then sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar, like this it will go. Here phosphate means here also phosphate, here sugar will be there, phosphate, here sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar. It will continue like this. Now we will give base. Here, this base, here base. Between them hydrogen bonding. Then in this sugar base, between them hydrogen bonding. This sugar is having base, this sugar is having base, between them hydrogen bonding. This sugar is having base, this sugar is having base, between them hydrogen bonding. So this is a double stranded helix. In between double stranded helix, what is there means hydrogen bonding is there, that is intermolecular force of attraction. Okay, sir. Now here how the hydrogen bonding is possible means hydrogen bonding is possible between guanine and cytosine. How many hydrogen bonds means 3 hydrogen bonds. Another type is adenine and thymine. How many hydrogen bonds means 2 hydrogen bonds possible. Okay, so how hydrogen bonding is possible, you see, between purine base and pyrimidine base only hydrogen bonding is possible, sir. This is about what in the sense DNA we can say. Next, we'll see about DNA fingerprint. We'll see. Next, we are going for a DNA fingerprint. DNA fingerprint. Sorry. DNA fingerprint means it is a sequence of bases on a DNA. DNA fingerprint means what? It is nothing but what means it is a sequence of bases on DNA. It is a sequence of bases on DNA. So sequence of bases means you know that bases. DNA means a double stranded helix. In each helix, polynucleotide chain. Polynucleotide chain in the sense each sugar is having a base. That sequence of bases is nothing but DNA fingerprint. Sir, what is the uses of this DNA fingerprint? It is used in forensic laboratories for identification of criminals. Okay. Then use it to determine paternity of an individual. Next, use it to identify the dead bodies in any accident by comparing the DNAs of parents or children. Next, use it to identify racial groups to rewrite biological evolution. Okay. Next, what is the biological functions of nucleic acids? We'll see. A DNA molecule is capable of self-duplication during cell division, and identical DNA strands are transferred to daughter cells. So, biological functions of nucleic acids. What is the thing in the sense? Now we will consider DNA. This DNA is called a double-stranded helix. Okay, this DNA is nothing but what in the sense a double-stranded helix. So this helix will unwind. This helix will do means this helix will unwind. This helix is unwinding means how it in what manner it is unwinding, that we'll see. So it is unwinded. Unwinded helix we'll see. So this helix is unwinded like this. Okay, unwinded. Next, what is happening means here phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar, like this will be there. Now here bases will be there. Here also phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar, phosphate, sugar will be there. Here bases will be there. Here bases will be there. Now what happens in the sense another will be produced, and after unwinding now another thing is producing. Now how it is producing? See, phosphate, sugar, here one base is coming. then phosphate sugar, here one base is coming, here one base is coming. Like this, after unwinding, another one will produce like this. It is producing. Okay, it is producing. This part is produced. This DNA is unwinding. This is this helix separate, this helix separate. In this one, this helix becomes one DNA. This helix becomes one DNA. It is producing. Producing time, how it will produce means, suppose it is thymine means here automatically adenine will come. Suppose it is cytosine means here automatically guanine will come. Okay. So how DNA is producing? See, in what manner this DNA strand is there to the complementary of that this DNA strand is produced. So this DNA strand is this one means this produced DNA strand is this one. Have you got idea? So like this it is producing. So this point again I will say a DNA molecule is capable of self-duplication. Self-duplication means these two strands are unwinding. Then what is happening means this strand is here means this strand will be produced. This strand is here means this strand will be produced here. Produced here. Okay, so that is called self-duplication. Okay, this point we'll see again. A DNA molecule is capable of self-duplication during cell division, and identical DNA strands are transferred to daughter cells, parent to daughter. Okay, then protein synthesis in the cell. This nucleic acid biological function is protein synthesis in the cell, synthesis of protein. For that it is used. Next is proteins are synthesized by various RNA molecules in the cell, but the message for the synthesis of a particular protein is present in a DNA cell. So for protein synthesis, what is used in the sense messenger RNA is used. That messenger RNA is take message from, which means from DNA it will take message. It will take message from DNA. Then protein synthesis is possible in the body. Okay, so this point we'll see again. Proteins are synthesized by various RNA molecules in the cell, but here various RNA molecules means messenger RNA, transfer RNA, like this many RNAs are there. Okay, but the message for the synthesis of a particular protein is present in DNA. From this DNA only what is produced, in the sense protein is produced. For that various RNA molecules involved. Okay, so in biological functions of nucleic acids, what in the sense DNA from parent to daughter, for that duplication is possible. Duplication in the sense this DNA strands are unwinding, so it is unwinded, it is one strand, it is one strand. Here for the it is thymine base means complementary base adenine will come here. It is producing, this strand is producing, therefore it becomes one DNA. It go for daughter. Then it is one strand means another strand will be produced here. It becomes one DNA for daughter. So from parent to daughter, how DNA is producing, you see. Okay. So parent to daughter, DNA will be same. Therefore, for self duplication, this DNA is going for self duplication. It is biological function of nucleic acid. Then this DNA and various types of RNA is used for synthesizing protein in the body. In the body, how protein is synthesized, in the sense this DNA and various RNA is involved in the synthesis of what in the sense proteins. These are the biological functions of nucleic acids, we can say. Sorry, okay. So this is about biomolecules. Next, we have to start about what in the sense polymers we have to start. Okay. So in the biomolecules, what are the topics we discussed? One is carbohydrate.